Rip, let's go.
One and all, and welcome to Mornings of Mischief. I'm your host, Cold Loki. Good morning, everyone, and a big good morning to my co-host, the man himself, the Mexican of mystery, the man of infinity, the Iron Man of Mexicans, Mexican Ironman. Good morning, brother.
Howdy. Arriba.
Howdy. Arriba. Andale.
Arriba. I'd like to start off today's show by saying, I'm watching you, Sham.
And good morning to Daryl the Derelict, Dean Krantz, Gun Bunny, Dave Bob, Psychodorf Nod. Good morning, brother Chris Persia, the Wrenches. A big howdy doody hello to Mark, the infinitely tired Shield Wall brother. Good morning, how are you? Adega Outlaw, the Mad Doctor of Disaster and Destruction, Pacific 414. Good morning, brother. Gap Stargate, how are you doing? Nearsighted Cyclops, good morning. The Guardian of the Void, Lady Mist, good morning, Lady Mist. Project Storytime and Chris Persia round out the Wrenches of Ragnarok. Good morning, gentlemen. How are you doing this morning? Hope you are doing well. Shum, yes, we all know the scene Mexican Ironman like the most. It involves football.
Oh, not my favorite scene.
Brandon Looney Tunes fan 2000. Good morning, Brandon. Gap Stargate. Good morning, Ghost Rider. How are you doing, Ghost Rider? Pops. What's up, Pops? Later today, Loki and Ironcaster will be hanging out with Pops, showing off some of our collection and just hanging out after the atrocity that was Halo. We're not going to talk about that this morning, though. We are going to talk about good stuff. We're going to talk about people actually caring about the product they make and coming out with good things. Old Gamer 72 Cutlass, good morning. How are you doing, brother? Good morning, everybody. I hope I didn't miss anybody. If I missed you, I'm so sorry. Good morning. I hope you guys are doing well. Marks 47. Good morning, Marks 47. I hope you guys are doing well. Southern Biking, Philip Hawkins. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Elijah Snow. Good morning. Yeah, Shum, we see you. We see you.
Shum.
Good morning, everybody. I hope you guys are doing lovely. Sherry, good morning, Sherry. How are you doing? Soul Assassin, what's up? Denice Gamer, good morning. Says hi all morning. Good morning. How are you doing? All right. So we're going to do a giveaway, guys. Make sure you're here. We're going to do a giveaway about the middle of the show. We will be doing a giveaway for a book, for Adega Outlaws book, Evolution, that is on Amazon right now. We are going to give that away to a lucky frost giant. Mark the Embly Tired with a $1.99 super chat. Mexican Ironman likes hanging with the boys.
Nope. Again, more lies.
Hanging with the boys. Da-da-da-da, volleyball scene. I bet you that's Mexican Ironman. Yeah, nope. Volleyball scene.
Nope. Nope.
Yeah, hanging with the
Nope.
boys. Yeah,
nope.
He likes it. Don't let him
nope.
fool you.
No.
Don't let him fool you.
No! No!
Oh, yes. Yes.
Nope.
Oh man, so let's talk entertainment for a minute. When we are being bombarded by such crap that has no care, they don't care. They don't care for the original IP. They don't care for the original characters. They don't care for the things that you love, ladies and gentlemen. They do not care for the things that you love, the things you care about. It is refreshing and wonderful to get a movie where they actually give a shit. The Dega Outlaw with the $1.99 super chat. Thanks to Mexican Ironman for fixing my mic scene.
Yeah, Adega's had audio issues for almost as long as I've ever seen him on YouTube, and we did a stream yesterday for his book, and yeah, I fixed his mic.
Well, you know, we have a surprise for you. We have a special gift for you just for that.
For what?
Just for Mexican Ironman. We have something very special for you.
What does that mean?
Here it is. Skull! He left. Oh my God. Welcome back.
Yeah, whatever. I'm not. I only slept 4 hours. I'm not even.
Adega. Look, Alf.
I'm not even awake now. I only slept 4 hours. I'm not even awake enough right now for that to trigger me. That's how tired I am right now.
Oh, Adega loved it, and that's all that matters right there. See? He's laughing and having a good time. So.
I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to him. I'm not talking to them. Nope. Thank you, lovely Sherry. See, there is a woman and a human being of outstanding taste who actually loves me. Unlike you wackos over there, Shum, Mark the Infinitely Tired. You guys being meanie faces to me. I just got here. I just walked in the door. And Shellback, Alf is not awesome.
And good morning, Leia Rose.
Good morning, Shellback. I hate more. Do I hate Alf, Pero de Rovere, Flash? I think I hate Alf the most. And that says a lot because I hate Flash.
Is Alf the master or apprentice Mexican? Oh my God. Okay, so in an age where we have been bombarded with crap, we've been bombarded with crap from Disney. We've been bombarded with crap from CBS, from Star Trek, from Star Wars, from everything, every angle.
I woke up late last night because Bambino had to go out, and after he woke me up, I got so fucking pissed off because I'm on the Star Wars feed, and apparently I'm racist if I think this black chick sucks, which she does. This whole story sucks. I know we're not here to talk about that today, but I'm just so.
Well, you know what's funny? I was talking with my kid yesterday or the day before, and they made a very good point. They said Disney uses LGBTQ plus and race and gender as a shield to prevent criticism. And I said, God, you're me. You're a little me. Of course you are.
Wait, your kid said that?
Oh, yes. Oh,
Wait,
yes.
Isn't your kid only like 13 or something? Or
14, yeah.
But they do, and I'm so sick of it. I mean, I gotta tell you the biggest thing I wanted to. I know we got other stuff to talk about. We got a full agenda today. We got a full plate. But I got to tell you, I haven't even had a chance to reel off of the fact that they're going to redo Submariner into a Mexican Aztec Mayan. I don't even know what they're going to do. I'm thinking that I'm just going to simmer until I actually see the trailer for Black Panther 2 or until the movie comes out. But when it does, this is going to be a long simmer and a long burn because I am just freaking livid. I'm not even a big Marvel guy. I'm surely not a big Submariner fan or whatever. But I am just so freaking sick of these assholes morons. When I saw Obi-Wan Kenobi first time last Thursday night, I was barely awake. I was falling asleep. I did late at night when it came out. It was like a 2 in the morning, between 2 and 4 a.m. And I fell asleep through. I realized I slept through most of it. I kind of was like, when you're like barely awake and you're watching something, and and so when I did the Echo Bay show Saturday, I said to myself, I don't think I really watched this as well as I need to. So I rewatched it on Sunday. Oh, golly. Worst thing I could do is watch it on being fully rested.
And Daryl the Derelict has an amazing point. That's why you hate Alf, isn't it? It's because you both love pussy so much.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, go to your Daryl the Derelict. Go to your Wikipedia, your dictionary. That there's a lot of definitions of that word, and I think
I was talking about cats.
Yeah,
I don't know what you were talking about. I was talking about cats, kitty cats.
I hate cats. I absolutely cannot stand. I cannot stand cats. In fact, I recently found out that one of my best buddies is has a bunch of cats. I'm just not into cats. I think a real man has dogs. I mean, look, when the SWAT team goes in or the special operators go to Afghanistan, they didn't take a cat on a leash with them. No, they took a freaking German Shepherd. All right.
It's amazing because I don't even think these people realized how they are anymore. And I use that term loosely because they've used it against us so much. But when you see the head of the DC universe, the people that are in charge of their movieverse say, but I thought Hispanics were great swimmers. You start to go, wow, they really have lost the narrative, haven't they?
Yep.
I would never say that, and I've said some shit to Mike a couple of times because we're brothers and I love him, and he teases me about being a cracker, and I tease him about being a brownie, and that's just the way it is. We love each other. He's my brother.
Oh my God! Look at that comment from Man Squatch that just came in.
Alf come Los Gatos.
Alf eats kitty cats. Mexican Ironman does a different thing. Yeah. If that were a sport, I'd definitely be a gold medalist.
Yeah. I thought I was world champion. Anyway, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Mexican Ironman. This bikini is tight, but just for you. Get Sithy. Polka dot bikini.
Still not triggered.
With $2 Canadian super chat. Thank you, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Okay, let's talk turkey. We've talked about all the things that we have been bombarded with that are crappy. Let's talk about something good. I'll start off and we'll talk about the original for a little bit and then move into. We're not gonna no spoilers for anybody out there that's like, oh my God, I don't want to know. We're not gonna throw any spoilers out.
I don't see how we could spoil this movie because it's such a. I mean, I won't, but I don't see how. I think we could talk about this movie just fine without even any plot. I don't see how you could spoil this movie, but let's go.
Okay, so I was a kid. I was like 7 when I saw the original, and I want to tell you something. I grew up in that environment. Okay. So as a kid, one of the first memories I ever had was my dad sitting me down in an A6 intruder. I don't know how many of you know what that is. It is a bomber. Um, but I remember him sitting me down and getting this picture inside this plane. And I remember telling him, but dad, that's not your plane. He was like, he was amazed that I could tell the difference because the A6 and the S3A Viking look kind of similar, but I knew the difference. As a little kid, I knew the difference between an A6 and a S3A Viking. I grew up in this environment where all real men had mustaches. All real men wore uniforms. That was, the way my kid brain worked. And it was like everyone I knew, parents, kids, they were all part of this family, this Navy family. And the biggest thing in that first movie that to me that they did was show that when they're in the bar, when Tom Cruise and Goose are singing at the beginning of the movie, when they're hanging out playing volleyball, when they're doing family shit, when they're at the bar hanging out, this is that Navy family. This is a brotherhood that everyone is a part of. And like, Tom Cruise as Pete Mitchell may have a problem with Iceman in the original movie. At the end of the day, they are brothers and they will have each other's back. And at the end of the movie, it exemplifies that of Maverick saving Iceman. It's one huge family. And that to me, that's what the Navy was. That's what the Navy exemplified. And all this movie did was reinforce that idea with me. That's what I saw, was this family of people going through things. And then, of course, you've got F-14s, F-4s, kicking ass, taking names, F-6s. The MiGs in the original movie were F-6s because they couldn't get MiGs. So they were F-6s that were painted black with a red star on them that they threw out there as like MiGs. Oh, this is what MiGs look like. No, that is not what MiG-29s look like. But that's what they had. And that's what they used. And it was a kick-ass movie. Top Gun was great. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of for those of us that weren't military brats, Top Gun, the original movie, gave us all a look into what that world was about. I mean, now we live in a place where we've had over the last 20, 30 years, we've had an incredible amount of insight and visibility into what the armed forces do. I mean, for example, way back in the day, SEALs never talked about what they did, where they went, how they did it. We've now been bombarded with information about that. And I think Top Gun was amazing because what it did was it took the average Joe Blow guy and exposed them to this universe, which none of us had ever really seen. I mean, before Top Gun, the closest I think we got was that movie. Was there a movie called The Final Conflict where there was an aircraft carrier that went through a warp time hole or something like that? I mean, there just wasn't a lot. And provide us with an insight on the technology, the tactics, a universe that was real, that we didn't know existed, and we knew a little about. And it was an incredibly great story that weaved together multiple themes. You had romance, you had action, you had conflict, you had bad guys, you had good guys, you had the hero's arc, you had tragedy, you had loss, you had redemption, you had brotherhood, and you had all of that in a short, tight little 2 hour span. I can't remember how long the original movie ran for, but it was good storytelling. And one of the things that you need a good storytelling is you need slow moments, fast moments, action, and it was fantastic. And when the movie ended, it had a great ending, but you still wanted more. And for years and years, decades, people said, "When's there going to be a sequel?" Everything else got a sequel, but that never got a
That's right.
sequel. And then, when Tom Cruise got to be about, more than 10, 15 years out, and then we started seeing the Mission Impossible franchise starting to take off and Tom Cruise's role in it. Pretty much everybody wrote off ever seeing Top Gun again. I mean, I know I did. I mean, I pretty much wrote it off until I heard a few years ago that they were doing it again. but I was, I was very, very excited for this movie to come out, and I'd been excited. And in fact, I called out on a couple live streams over on Midnight's Edge After Dark and leading up to it that I thought that this, I mean, just last week I said this movie's going to do 100 to 150 million domestic opening
Yes.
weekend,
Yes.
and no one agreed with me. No one agreed with me. I had the highest number. I originally said 150, and then I backed it down to say I said it's got to do at least 100, and then I said 100 to 150, and everyone thought I was nuts. And the biggest reason why people thought I was nuts, I think, is because they're like, well, this movie came out in the 80s. It's been so long. This franchise is dead, and it's dead, and it's for old men.
Not to mention, it's a military movie in 2022.
That's correct. And the statistics, I'll bring them up shortly in a second. I'm not sure if I've got them handy, but I'm going to look for them. But one of the videos I saw from our good friend Mr. H, he's when he was going statistics, I'll pull them up on my IMDb Pro in a minute. I want to take a look at the box office with you, but I believe that only 18% was age 55 and over. Only 18% was 55 and over. And the thing about Top Gun as a movie is that people have watched this movie you didn't have to be, you were how old when it came out?
I was 7.
Okay. So the argument being that when this movie came out, it was popular with 20, 30, 40-year-olds, and those people are now, basically dead. A lot of them are. Well, there's a lot of people that were young kids that watched this, or people like you saw it when it came out. I didn't see it when it came out. I saw it later, but I know that over the years it would be one of those movies like in dorms and colleges. When I was at Stanford, it would play every year for 4 years. We have movie night, and they would play it in this huge auditorium. And over the years, this movie endured. It's a fun movie. It was a great movie, and I couldn't wait for it to come back. Oh, we have some great comments in the chat.
We got some great comments in the chat. Right now, Dean Krantz, after Top Gun came out, my air office was laughing because any sailor or Marine that could wear anything that looked like aviator wings was trying to hang out at the Miramar O Club. That's the officers club.
That's funny.
And there is a specific comment. Give me just a second. I'm trying to find it. I don't want to leave us with a bunch of dead air, but there was a comment I really wanted to find.
While you're doing that, I'm going to bring up on the screen the box office stats. Do you mind?
Go ahead.
All right, let me bring up the box office stats. All right, so
really quick, Mark's 47 asks where I'm from. Whidbey Island, Oak Harbor, where they had a bunch of intruders and prowls. I grew up in San Diego. So I spent like the first 7 years of my life in San Diego, California. My dad was a Navy flight officer there at San Diego and went out on aircraft carriers. We did move at one point before I remember anything to Pensacola, Florida for a year. I don't remember what he did there for a year. I don't even remember moving there, but we moved back 1 year later to the same place. So that's all I remember about that. But thank you so much for your comment, brother.
Opening weekend, 126.7 million. Gross US and Canada, 156. So that's your North American number. And it came out of the gate strong at 52 million on Friday. I saw it Thursday of last week. Now, here's interesting. If we look at the reviews of this movie, the over in terms of all of the positive reviews, the only 4.1 in the under 18 category. If you look at the reviews across almost every category, male and female, is well over 8 points. Over 45, 18 to 29. Basically, every U.S. folks, 8.7, non-U.S., 8.5. This is on the scale out of 10 in terms of ratings breakdown. And what this basically says is that unless it was a female underage, the age of 18, every other demographic, foreign and domestic, love this movie to basically 8.5 out of 10 was their score. That's phenomenal.
That's amazing.
Isn't that amazing?
That is amazing, and it blew out the record for Memorial Day weekend. It's taken over.
Yeah. So this tells us a lot. This is the movie we needed. This is the movie we wanted. It was supposed to come out a couple of times earlier. We covered this on Midnight's Edge pretty exhaustively, and on Midnight's Edge After Dark. That this is a movie that's been in the can for a long time. This is a movie that could have come out multiple times on multiple dates previously. I think Tom Cruise and the production team over at Paramount and the producers were smart. The studio was smart to wait until things really had opened up, except in California, where sometimes people have to still wear stupid masks. Did I say that out loud?
Mm-hmm.
Did I say that? So
we don't mind.
So one of the is that this movie, this movie could have come out sooner, and they decided to delay it. Brilliant decision, very intelligent, very smart to wait until things open up. And as I've said before on other shows, I think that when people said in the middle of COVID that movie theaters are dead and dying and never coming back, I don't agree. When I walked into Top Gun Thursday, and I saw this at my local tiny little theater down the street here on Hilton Head Island, the last time I saw that many people at a movie theater was Spider-Man. And when I walked in and sat down that Thursday, I instantly knew that this thing is going to do well. Now, will it do $2 billion? No. Will it do $1 billion? I don't know. Probably not. I don't know if it will or not, but it did do pretty doggone well, and it did better than anyone was expecting it to. More importantly, if these guys are smart, what they're going to do is they're going to take this and make sure that they make money on it in other ways, like DVD, 4K, and all this stuff. So the fact that Loki, what does this tell you? I look at a lot of movies for Midnight's Edge After Dark. I look at the numbers all the time in terms of audiences. This is unbelievable that it is has this universal appeal across the board in every age demographic, foreign and domestic. What say you? What do you conclude from this?
What I see is Tom Cruise beating a drum while this is being made, saying, no, this is going to be a kick-ass movie. Any kind of interference being thrown, any kind of, well, we have to bend the knee to this, I can see him telling them to F off. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. And him, because he is a dick. I want to tell you something. Tom Cruise is a dick. And when he wants something, he will tell you exactly what he wants. And if he doesn't get it, he's going to get it one way or the other. If you heard him bitching people out about the damn masks, it wasn't about the damn safety thing. It was about getting the job done. And he is very much about getting the job done and giving people what they want. This tells me this is what people want. The summer blockbuster is not dead. Summer blockbusters are not dead. This is what he wants. And really quick, Cardinal Sin, who throws out a 12-month member chat as a Warrior of Asgard, says, Hail Valhalla. Thank you so very much, Cardinal Sin. MB Geek Let's Talk, who's got a $5 super chat, said, it is like Top Gun went to the Cobra Kai school of how to successfully make a sequel. Damn straight, MB Geek. Says, no agenda, no SJW BS, just cocky, arrogant, badass pilots. And Cardinal Sin sends in a $10 super sticker with a apricot, whatever the hell it is, a pear. Superman flying through the air. Thank you so very much, guys, for your super chats. Thank you.
It's the flying pear. Yep. So what I found fascinating, now this is I'm going to say something that maybe it's not really a spoiler to the movie, but when my movie started, and I think it was the case everywhere, but it started with a thank you from Tom Cruise. Did yours start that way?
Yes.
Okay, so at the very beginning of the movie, those who haven't seen it, and this is another reason that you should go see this movie if you have not. Don't wait for that. And by the way, don't wait for a movie like this to go and freaking show up on streaming. Get your lazy ass. Anybody that's listening to this show on the replay, on live, get off your ass. Stop listening to YouTube live streamings, including us, and go buy a ticket and go see this freaking movie. It's like for all the bitching I hear I've heard about YouTube, and I've done a lot of the bitching. I have done a lot of the bitching, a lot of the holding Hollywood accountable. Here we got something we want. Go buy a ticket and go see this movie and go spend some money on some freaking popcorn and some Slurpees and some nachos and a hot dog. Oh wait, hold on. I'm going to talk about myself. I think I am. At
We got
2
some
p.m.
people. We got some people in chat talking about the A10 and add that it's the king of the. Brah. Yes. If any of you out there have ever listened to an A10 go off on its main gun, you know exactly what we're talking about. If you hadn't, ladies and gentlemen, look it up today. Put in YouTube A10 main gun firing, and you will hear one of the scariest fucking sounds you have ever heard. Which is that main gun going off, going, bah! Yes, absolutely love it.
And at the beginning of the movie, Tom Cruise says, "Thank you for coming to this movie." When have we ever seen someone from Hollywood? When have we ever seen someone from Hollywood literally thank us for coming to their movie on the front end or ever?
And it's because he wants a good movie. He wants you to have a good time. He sees it as his mission to give you a good time, to make sure you have a good time at the movie. That is his mission. And if he has to be a dick to do that, he's going to be a dick to do that. He appreciates your business. Just like Mexican Ironman was just saying. How long has it been since someone in Hollywood said, I want and appreciate your business? I don't want you to walk out of my movie going, oh my God, that was so terrible. I want you to walk out of my movie going, that was fucking badass. I want more.
He even says, I want to thank you for coming to take the time to watch it on a big screen. Like he literally says, thank you. Like, and it's really weird because the guy, I'm on this big screen here and the guy's like, 20 feet tall and he's saying thank you. And I'm sitting there like, wow, some appreciation. Fantastic. Fantastic indeed.
That's right. Sagadorb 9 Loki, the local Germans called the F-16 Lightning and the F-15 Thunder. That's right. They bought 30 millimeter depleted uranium slugs at 3,000 RPM. That means 3,000 rounds per minute. And Snowdub live with a $2 super chat. Jennifer Connelly is still hot. Just saying. Thank you, Snowdub. Dash Attack with a $5 super chat. Summon Vanity Fair said comments. He was surprised us ists like the movie because women and minorities were in it. Saying that's woke. Idiot.
Well, let's talk about that for a second. Well, I'm sorry. Do you want to give them a skull? All these super chats?
Let's give all these super chats a skull. You guys are burning it down this morning, so we're going to burn down the village. You guys keep the fires burning bright and Valhalla. Skull! God, I love that. All right. Air power, air superiority. All right. Shoot.
I had some concerns when I saw some of the trailers because at this point, I'm just going to say it. Whenever I see minorities or women in Hollywood these days, I almost unequivocally say this movie is going to suck and it's going to be woke and it's going to be dumb and it's going to be pandering, which is my problem with, quote, diversity in Hollywood, because it's insidious at every level. And this movie is not woke.
Well, you do know, like, I had high expectations right before this was like, I think it was Tuesday, because it was last Tuesday, and I was on Pops' stream. Me and Ironcaster were over on Pops' stream, and I saw a trailer that said, invert your expectations, and I was like, oh, fuck.
But I'm with you. I'm with you completely. I literally was like, and I bought my tickets for Top Gun like weeks ago for the Thursday show, the first Thursday show that was on the island. So actually, that's not true. I bought it for the second show that was on the island, but I felt the same way. And the thing is that the way they handle stuff is that the reality is that these days in the military and in the Navy specifically, there is a lot of diversity. There are people with different backgrounds and all that stuff. I don't know if there's how many female fighter pilots there are, but I know there are some because women have been pilots for a while now in the military and in the Navy specifically. So all of that was handled, I thought, incredibly well. And I got to tell you, man, there were some people in my theater that when Val Kilmer's picture showed up at a certain, like the first place you see Val Kilmer in this movie is it's a picture of him, and it's in the trailer. When that scene in the trailer showed up on screen in the movie, when it did, you could hear a heavy like, oh, like there was a collective, like, you could feel the audience emotionally react positively and in a longing manner towards that character, and almost like, oh yes. And of course he makes multiple appearances, he makes other appearances in the film, but um it was great to see Val Kilmer in this movie. In fact, it was written about that Tom Cruise, I'm not sure how it was expressed, but basically fought to have him in and work the scenes in a way
Yes.
that made sense.
And
Given,
I want to throw something at you real quick. I've never talked to you about this.
mm,
So I'm in Branson, Missouri, and I'm at a gas station, a Casey's gas station, and I am. This was maybe a couple months. This was the summer before I started doing this show, and I am getting I'm getting a fountain drink and a pack of cigarettes, and I'm standing in line, and the guy in front of me turns around and it's Val Kilmer. I shit you not, it's Val Kilmer. And I'm like, oh my God. And he's like, thank you. And he had this scratchly voice, and I didn't know what the hell was wrong with him. I found out later he had cancer. He was recovering from cancer.
right.
And I was like, sir, it is such an honor to meet you. And he actually shook my hand. I was so surprised he actually shook
What
my
the hell is
hand.
he doing in Branson?
He loves going to Branson. He goes to Branson every summer. And I was like, I said, I'm amazed to meet you here of all places. He goes, I come every summer. And I'm like, oh my God, really? That's amazing. And it was so awesome to get to meet him, even if it was just a minute, and get to shake his hand and get to talk to him for just a second. But he was so not a movie star.
That is
I
really
don't know if
cool.
he was like that before, but that's the way he is now. He's so just like, hey, how's it going? Normal guy, absolutely normal guy. $5 super chat from Lady Mist. Yikes! All this toxic pilot talk. Conan, ask and thou shall receive. Lady Mist, thank you so very much for your $5 super chat. You guys keep the fires burning bright here in Valhalla, and this was just for you. A little toxic femininity. Skull. But yeah, him fighting for Val Kilmer to be a part of this. Val Kilmer had ideas. Val Kilmer contributed. Of course he did.
Oh yeah. Someone, I think Canadian Spider-Man asked, is he still alive? Yeah, he's still alive.
Yes, he is still alive. He's not. He does not look like he used to. If you think about him in this, you think about him in Tombstone, you think about him in Batman, you think about the way Val Kilmer was. He does not look like, he was very, very puffy when I met him. He was. You could tell something was wrong. You could tell he had been sick. You could tell something had happened. He was very, very puffy and did not look like the Val Kilmer you think about when you think about the movies at all.
Loki, my phone is ringing. I'm getting a call, and I think it's from my Hollywood agent. Talk to the chat for a quick second. I got to take this call, Loki. It's from the West Coast. Hold on.
All right. A Cardinal Sin with $5 super chat. According to the documentary, Val, his son loops his dialogue for him. He sounds enough like him that he's able to record his dialogue. That's amazing. Thank you, Cardinal Sin. I did not know that. Loki, for me, Val Kilmer will always be Mad Mardigan. He'll always be Doc Holliday. He played the perfect Doc Holliday for me. Absolutely, positively, the perfect Doc Holliday for me.
Loki, I'm being summoned. I just got off the phone with my agent, and he's telling me that I need to send him a real clip. I think what we should do, since we've got about 50 people, 40, 50 people here in the chat, I'm going to go ahead and do a practice screen test here. Let me get ready here, and then I want to send the film to my agent because apparently, due to the successes of Top Gun 2, they're already talking about Top Gun 3, and they've heard about Mexican Ironman support of the movie, and there may be a cameo role for me, Loki. Oh my God! Okay, hold on, I'll be right back.
Okay, that's amazing. That is absolutely positively amazing.
Ladies and gentlemen, someone from Valhalla might actually be in Top Gun 3. I'm getting the call right now. It's happening live. Hold on, let me go get ready.
You think it's Alf pranking him? Whitechapel. Is that what you think? You think Alf's on the phone pranking him? Oh my God, Mexican Ironman. Val Kilmer was good in Ghost in the Darkness. Absolutely. They fired through their mouths.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're ready.
Are we ready? All right, start the music. Burrito one. One of my engines is out. Oh my God. Boom. The other engine just went out. I've got to bail. Loki.
Eject. We've lost Mexican Ironman, ladies and gentlemen. Burrito 1 is down. We have lost Mexican Ironman. I don't know what happened to him. I think he ejected. I don't know if he's coming back or not. We may get him back. I don't know. Yeah, no, it's Porkins. A dang outlaw. Oh, Burrito 1 is down. Do we have a good shoot? I don't know. I can't see a shoot. Shellback DJZ, watch the canopy. Lady Mist is worried. His enchilada is cooked now. Oh God. Do we have Mexican Ironman?
Oh, Loki.
He's alive. Good shoot.
Loki, I'm here. I'm stranded on the beach. Send the helicopters out. I'm on the beach here in Hilton Head. Oh. Call Bambino. 911 rescue 911.
Ironcaster with the $2 super chat. Mike's call sign is refried. Refried 1.
Yeah.
Carlos Sid with a $5 super chat. What would Peter Whalen have to say about Maverick? Jolly good movie. Yes. Carlos Sid. This is the voice of Peter Whalen. If you're hearing it, I am long dead. But I approve of Top Gun Maverick. Yes, jolly good movie. No woke garbage involved in the movie. Just good action and fun and planes. Yes. So I think that's what Peter Whalen would have to say. Thank you, brother.
God.
For that
there's some other hilarious things here in the chat. Some people are on fire. Look at this one, Mad Squatch. Mexican Ironman is cast away with only the head of an Alf doll to keep him company. No.
Oh my God.
No.
Yes. I want to see that.
We're going into the taco zone. Going to the taco zone. Mexican Ironman never missed a premature ejection. That is absolutely correct.
Ooh.
Wait a minute.
Oh.
Wait a minute.
Never admits. You would never admit to it. Doesn't mean it's never happened.
What?
Anyway. For Holy One. For Holy One.
What do you think, Loki? Do you think, I don't know if I'm going to get cast. I don't know.
I wouldn't count on it. I wouldn't count on it. No, I wouldn't count on it. You can send in the video, but I don't think so.
No?
No.
Oh. No. Well,
but we still love you, and I will cast you in a movie.
Uh-oh.
I'm sure we can find someone to, I almost said something else, but yeah. Castaway 2, Mexican Ironman on an island. The part of Whistling will be played by Elf. Yeah, but only if Alf's a ginger. Bill McCracken, Loki. Oh my God, how did I end up here? I am revoking Mexican Ironman Latin membership because I can.
God.
Mm-hmm.
Phil's hilarious. I love
Yes,
Phil.
he is. Absolutely. Top Gun 3, Rooster.
All right. So when did you know when you were in the theater? What was the reaction of the crowd?
Oh, they loved it. They absolutely freaking loved it. They enjoyed it. They loved it. Everybody, I didn't see anybody leave early. It's funny. There was a premiere for Kristen Stewart or some shit like that where half the movie got up and left.
A what?
It was a movie premiere that for a movie that Kristen Stewart did.
Who's that?
And she's an actress, a bad actress. She thinks she's a great actress, but she's a horrible actress. She was in the sparkly vampire movies.
Oh, I like her.
Well, half the theater got up and left because they just were like, yeah, no. And she said, oh no, I think that's great. No, you don't want half your theater to get up and leave.
This was at the Cannes Film Festival.
Yeah, you don't want to have your theater to get up and leave. You want them to stay and watch the movie. Tom Cruise understands that. Tom Cruise knows that. Tom Cruise wants you to go see his movies. He wants you in the theater, and he wants you to have a good time. He does not want you. That's funny. Southern Viking. Yes, 3 people walked out. Yeah. So.
You know what I also found interesting is that everybody stayed for the credits.
Yes. Well, that's the thing. Ever since the Marvel movies really started to get going.
Oh, is that
why? People stay for the credits. They want after credit scenes. They want after credit scenes. Do you know that X-Men did that? The 3rd movie, Phoenix, whatever it was. I didn't even know that Charles Xavier survived until years later. Someone said something about it, and I was like, no. And they were like, yeah. And I went home and I put the movie in and I fast forwarded to the end, and you get that scene with Moira Taggart at the end where she's like, Moira, Charles. And you go, oh shit, Xavier's still alive. They left it open so they could bring him back in. That was an after credit scene. Fuck me if I knew about it, because I didn't even think about after credit scenes then.
Right.
Tom Cruise is the last true Hollywood actor. I would say Hollywood star.
Yeah, I mean, everybody says we have no stars in Hollywood. Well, obviously we do, because this opening weekend, this movie's opening, had the best opening that Tom Cruise has ever had on any movie he's ever been on, including the Mission Impossible franchise, which has done well. I mean, I'm a huge Tom Cruise fan. I know he runs a lot in movies, but that's a joke, that's kind of thing. But I don't care. I'm a huge Tom Cruise fan, and he's a guy who's passionate about movie making, and he cares. And
what movie started that running thing?
What movie did start that running?
The Firm.
That's right, The Firm. Boy, did boy, yeah. That's bad. That movie, I remember seeing that movie. I don't think I saw that in theaters either. I saw that one way later. But I remember I went through a phase in my life where I wanted to be an attorney.
Yeah. Why didn't you
become an attorney?
Yeah.
Couple reasons. One is that I couldn't score well on the LSAT. I took the LSAT. How many times did I take the LSAT? Let me think. Did I take it 3 times or 5 times? It was an ungodly number, and I just couldn't get my score high. But I have a great GPA, and I went to a great school. And then I talked to my husband of one of my mentors. I worked for the mayor of San Jose. Her name was Susan Hammer, and her husband Phil Hammer, who is a very prominent attorney. The words echoed in my skull when he said that. As I looked at him, I said, "What do you think I should do?" He says, "Well, maybe this is a sign." I'm like, "What do you mean?" He said, "Well, if you can't get a high score on the LSAT and you want to go to a good score, maybe you shouldn't be an attorney." I'm like, "But that's my dream." He says, "Well, people don't usually get their dreams in life. Maybe you should find another dream." And he walked away and left me there, and I was shattered.
Oh, really?
Yep. I was absolutely shattered because this guy's, I'm like, this is the husband of the mayor. He's one of the most prominent figures in the entire region in terms of being an attorney, one of the most famous attorneys in the region. His family is one of the families that built the city of San Jose. There's about 5 families, like, kind of like in New York, you have your 5 families. Well, there's 5 families. There were 5 families. By the way, 3 of the 5 were Italian that built San Jose. And for him to say this to me was absolutely devastating. And he ended up being right. I'm a much better accountant than I ever thought I'd be.
No, an excellent one, an excellent CPA. We were just talking about that the other day. So we're gonna do a giveaway, guys. We're gonna do a giveaway. Let's do this. Let me get the wheel loaded up, and I will explain to you guys what we're gonna give away. We are gonna give away a copy of Evolution, a Dega Outlaws book. We're gonna give away a copy of Evolution. Let me get a Dega's name off of here though, because and we'll do something special for a Dega. We'll send a Dega something special because we have to take him off the wheel this time. But we will do something very special for a Dega. Let me share screen.
Make sure I'm not on it. I just bought 2 copies of his book.
You are. You are. You want me to take you off of it?
Yeah,
that leaves. Are you sure?
Yeah, because I already bought 2 copies.
All
I already bought 2 copies. How come there's only 4 people on the list?
Because there's 6. We have 6 Loki Frost Giants.
Oh, okay.
So these are the 6 Loki's Frost Giants. If I take you off and I take a Dega off, that leaves Chris Persia, Dave Bob, Daryl the Derelict, and DD Myers.
Yeah, because I've already got 2 copies. And
all right, so we are going to, if you guys,
at least okay,
you guys can see that. So we're going to shuffle, and then we're going to spin 3 times. So this is spin 1.
Where's DD Myers been? I haven't seen him in a while.
He's around. He's been around. He was here the other day.
Right.
We're going to spin 2. And on the 3rd spin, we will have our... Oh, it's DD Myers again?
What the...
And this will be the winner, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Persia.
Yay!
You've just won a copy of Evolution by a Dega Outlaw. Congratulations, Chris Persia. Snowdub says, send me something and I'll DM you a pic of my nipple.
What? No. No. No, thank you. So no, we all want to feel like winners today, and seeing Snowdub's nipple will make us all feel like losers.
So congratulations, Chris Persia. The Wrench of Wrenches wins a copy of Evolution by a Dega Outlaw, the hardback copy. Get with me, Chris, and I will set it up. I'll order it from Amazon, and we can get it sent your way, brother.
So I like this movie so much that, have you ever seen a movie in 4DX?
Yes. Yeah, that's how I saw this.
You saw this in 4DX?
Yep.
Okay, so I like this movie so much, I want to go see it in 4DX. Is that a good decision?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
Absolutely.
Because I saw Spider-Man 3 times in the theater. I saw it 3D, I saw it in regular cinema, and I saw it in 4DX with 3D. And that experience that I had watching Spider-Man, No Way Home, was phenomenal. And I think this movie's Top Gun 4DX is going to be freaking phenomenal.
Dega Outlaw says, I got to introduce Mexican Ironman to Joe Malozzi yesterday. He was almost as big of a fanboy as me.
Bro, yesterday I'm on a Dega stream and I'm there. And you know me, I can be a bit of a chatty Cathy, as they say.
Oh, yeah.
And I've been on all kinds of streams with all kinds of different people. And I mean, I've Edward James Olmos and
oh yeah,
I've done some pretty, but when Joe popped on yesterday, I didn't know he was coming. I literally froze. I froze like hand off keyboard, hand off mouse, and I froze because I've just seen so many interviews of him, and he's just like he's a luminary in the sci-fi universe.
What did a Dega tell you what I did the first time I met him?
No.
It was, so he came on before the show started over at PJ's channel. It was me, Adega, PJ, and it might have been Maria from TNT. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, Joe comes in before the show starts, and I said, Shalkat Nimrod, Master Joe. And you could see Malozzi kind of smile like, okay, he's a Stargate fan. Because we were there to talk about Dark Matter. We weren't there to talk about Stargate. But as soon as I said Shalkat Nimrod, Master Joe, he was like, you saw this kind of smile on his face, and he immediately knew, okay, this is a Stargate fan. And I got to ask him some really cool questions about Stargate. Obviously, I'm a huge Stargate fan, and obviously, I love the Jaffa. I love Teal'c. Teal'c's my favorite character on Stargate. Daniel would probably be like a close second. I really like Daniel Jackson, but I'm a huge Teal'c fan. Teal'c was like my dude. He is who I related to the most.
Really? Why is that?
The way he was, he's unflinching. This is the way it is. There is no other. This is the way it is. See it that way or move the hell on.
Right.
Jaffa Kree. Yes, DJ Ronnie G. Jaffa Kree. These are the way things are. And you know me. When people will come to me for advice, when someone's come to me this is the way it is. If you don't want to see it that way, then why the hell are you here talking to me? Why the hell are you here talking to me? If you want to see how it is, if you want that view, if you want someone to open it up for you and say, look at it like this. This is how you need to look at it. If you want to ignore that, then fuck right off. I'm not going to be a dick about it, but don't come to me and ask me how something is, what you think you need to do, and then blow me off and act like I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Yep. Yes, Hammond of Texas. Has Hammond of Texas fallen in battle? No. They just got someone new here. Yes, absolutely. Braytek's so awesome, dude. Braytek is so awesome. But yeah, the Jaffa. I love the Jaffa. I love the Jaffa. I love the fight for freedom for the Jaffa. Everything about that show and the way they did that, in my opinion, was absolutely perfect. I even liked it when in season 9, when things didn't turn out the way everyone thought they would. Everyone thought Braytek and Teal'c were going to end up being in charge of everything, and they didn't. They had to fight for all that, and they had to fight to be a part of it. And people wanted to take it from them, and people were taking it from them. People that wanted it for themselves and didn't care about the real freedom of the Jaffa. So I loved all that. I absolutely loved all that. The entire storyline was absolutely great. Mark 47 said, I got to touch a ZPM once. That is absolutely badass. But SG-1 will always be my favorite of the shows. Atlantis was really good. I really liked Atlantis. And if it wasn't for Atlantis, I wouldn't be such a huge Jason Momoa fan. You know, we were talking Namor earlier. You're going to talk about, Aquaman. Jason Momoa pretty much is Aquaman and will be Aquaman till the end of time. But Momoa, that was like his second gig. He was on Baywatch, I think once or twice. But I didn't really remember that. But then you see him in Atlantis and you're like, dude, I want this guy. I want more. And he got that Conan gig. And I really thought when he got Conan that, okay, he's gonna get his chance. He's gonna get his chance. I said the same thing about The Rock. When The Rock got Scorpion King, I was like, this is the next Arnold Schwarzenegger, and nobody fucking believed me. Everybody said I was effing crazy. You're effing crazy. This guy sucks. And I'm like, no, this guy's going to be the next Arnold Schwarzenegger. I see it now. Look where The Rock is today. Look what The Rock's doing today. When Jason Momoa got Conan, I said, this needs to be good because this guy needs more. He needs more. He needs to be in more movies. He needs to be on more TV. He needs more roles, more action roles because he's great in action movies. And Conan sucked and he kind of disappeared. And a lot of people don't know when he did Game of Thrones, he was living in a fucking van. We joke about that Mexican Ironman living in a van down by the river. Jason Momoa literally was living in a van when he was doing Game of Thrones.
Yep.
Imagine that. Imagine he was so fucking broke and didn't have anything. And he was living in a band to do Game of Thrones. And now look at him. He finally got his shot. He finally got the recognition he deserves. And he's kicking ass and he's taking names. So, Momoa was a regular on Baywatch Hawaii. Okay.
Yep.
So, but yeah, him in Atlantis. Yeah, he was Conan too. Yeah, he was Conan for one movie and that movie sucked. And that's not Momoa's fault. And they should have, he doesn't even really look like Momoa. I don't know what the hell they did, why they did what they did, but they should have let him look like him. And he didn't. He looks odd in Conan.
Yeah. I love Jason Momoa.
So, dude, we're past the hour. Holy shit. We are past the hour. Cardinal Sin with $5 super chat, last super chat of the morning. Christopher Judge was the only actor that appeared in every episode of SG1. Kicking ass and taking names. Christopher Judge. As Teok. Damn straight. Thank you so much, Cardinal Sin, for that $5 super chat. Thank you all for your super chats this morning. You guys keep the fires burning bright here in Valhalla, and long live the fighters. Skål!
Long live the fighters!
Guys, we're out of here. Take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend Anner. And thank you guys for coming. Take care, everybody.
Bye-bye.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.